All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again for our university showcase. We are super excited to visit the state of Utah, and we are going to be learning all about Weber State University from Joanna. So over to you. Welcome, and thank you for doing this presentation.
Thank you so much, Malati. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to be with us today. Good afternoon. My name is Ioana Vulpe, and I serve as a Director of International Student Recruitment here at Weber State University. I'm here today to show you or tell you a little bit about Utah, about Weber State University, and the fantastic opportunities that we have for international students. I hope to spark your curiosity and interest. I'll be having a short presentation, and at the end, we will be opening for Q&A. So thank you again for being here with us. So a little bit about Weber State University. So we are a public state university in the state of Utah. This is our beautiful campus. I think we are one of the most beautiful campus in the United States. We also have been ranked one of the safest campus in the United States. So it's a really good place for students to come, very welcoming place. This is the town of Ogden, beautiful mountains all around. So just a little bit about Utah. We in Ogden, Weber State, we are about 6 hours to Las Vegas, about 7 to 8 hours to Denver, about 11 hours to California. Utah, it's a very beautiful state. I think not a lot of people know a lot about Utah. It's a little bit under kind of like a well-kept secret, but some really great things about Utah. So we were the host of the Winter Olympic Games in 2002, and we will host again in 2034. Utah is the state with the #1 growing economy in the United States. And why is that important? It's because we almost have no unemployment here in Utah, even now when the inflation it's increasing here in the United States. Utah economy is booming. We have a lot of companies that are moving headquarters from California, from Texas to Utah. We have Texas Instrument here. We have what it's called the Silicon Slopes, which is going to be a second Silicon Valley here in Utah. We just had an announcement last week that Apple is going to have a big factory here in Utah. So there's a lot of companies here, a lot of opportunities for students to participate in internships when they do their studies at Weber State, and also a lot of opportunities for OPT and jobs after graduation. Utah, it's also a very safe state. It's a very friendly state. So a lot of people here in Utah, they travel outside of the United States for missions. So they are themselves kind of used to traveling, to being accustomed to other countries, to other people from other nations and other culture. So that's why a lot of the international students that come to study here in Utah and at Weber State, they feel very welcome. It's a very, very welcoming community. A little bit about Weber State. Again, we are a state university. We are located in Ogden, Utah. Ogden, it's about 45 minutes north of Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is the capital of the state. And then it takes about 45 minutes by car or by public transportation to arrive from Salt Lake City to Ogden. The international airport is located in Salt Lake City. Here at Weber State, we offer a lot of different degrees, so students can choose from more than 200 degrees. We have a very high average starting salary for students right after graduation. We offer a lot of scholarships for students and a lot of scholarships for international students. And even though we are a large public university here in Utah, we don't feel like that because of the small classroom size that instruction is offered at Weber State. We really feel like a small university, like a family-based university. When I ask the international students that study here, at Weber State, what do they like most about Weber State? They always says like the small classroom size, the fact that the professors get to know the student name. They work in very collaborative environment. The students can meet one-on-one with the teachers. They can have feedback. The teacher really know, they get to know the students by their name, by where they are in their educational journey. So these small classroom sites make us really unique in the landscape in Utah. Also the scholarship, so we offer a lot of scholarship to international students, and some of these scholarship can cover half of the tuition cost. From outdoors to downtown. So Ogden, it's a very vibrant community. So we have a very nice downtown where we have movie theater, arts galleries, restaurants, a lot of things, a lot of festivals, so a lot of things for students to do so they don't feel like they are in the middle of nowhere. Plus, we are an outdoor mecca. So we are a mecca for outdoor recreation. So if you like parks and natural beauty, hiking, biking, skiing, snowboarding. I know this might sound a little foreign to you coming from Nigeria, but trust me, it's students who come, they get to learn. We can take classes to learn these sports, and it's a really beautiful, beautiful state to live in. Very safe, very peaceful, very vibrant community. So why students should choose Weber State as their career path? And number one, we offer a great return of investment. So the money that you pay by going to school and the opportunities you'll have as a student and as the jobs that you will be able to participate in once you graduate really makes us a very strong option for international students. We are very affordable. So this is our cost of tuition for 1 year, and this is without a scholarship. And then we have scholarships that can cover half of the tuition cost. And this makes us very affordable for the high quality of education that we offer. At Weber State, we have 6 different colleges that students can choose majors from. We have a lot of practical opportunities for students. So we have a career center right on campus that connects students with employers here in Utah. We have internship fairs, we have careers fairs every single semester. So we have a lot of way for students to not only learn in the classroom, but also get that practical experience to allow a student to get that well-rounded education. We have a lot of clubs and organizations, more than 200 clubs and organizations that students can participate, get involved with. We have an African Student Union, we have International Student Club, we have various clubs by interest like business, engineering clubs, science club. So a lot of ways for you to get involved, to get that extra curriculum that can build your resume, build your skill set to be able to be marketable once you graduate from Weber State. A lot of our professors, they take students out in community engaged learning. So for example, students from the construction management major last year, they built a house here in Ogden. So they were able to get that, it's a self-sufficient zero energy house. So they were able to get that practical learning opportunity as well as the learning opportunity in the small classroom. So these are the colleges that we offer. So we have a College of Engineering and Applied Science and Technology. Very popular major here are computer science, computer engineering. We have a great automotive program. We were the first school to actually teach students to work on electric cars. We have a College of Science where very popular majors are College of Microbiology, Biology, Biotechnology. We have a health profession college where you can study to become a nurse, a dental hygienist, a respiratory therapist, radiology technician. We have a School of Business. We have the highest accreditation for a School of Business, which is ACSP accreditation. So basically, this is the same accreditation that Howard University has for business, and only 2% of business schools in the world are able to receive this accreditation. We have international business, accounting, economics, international relations. So a lot of really good majors. We have a College of Education. So if you want to become a teacher, a lot of good options. We have a College of Arts and Humanities, and we have a College of Social and Behavioral Science. Some of the majors there are psychology, sociology, geology. We have music, theater, film study. So almost anything that a student wants to study, most likely they will find an option here at Weber State. So when it comes to degree options, we have several different type of degree that students can engage in. We have an associate degree, we have bachelor degree, we have master degrees, we have doctoral degrees, we have certificates. Students can do double majors, they can do a minor and a major. So a lot of ways for students to get that well-rounded education, to get a combined education. I don't know if this is very visible, but this is kind of a list with the majors that we offer. And you can go online to see every single college, what majors they offer. Again, there are a lot of different ways to get a great education at Weber State. When it comes to graduate programs, so we have a great MBA program. We have a great Master of Accounting, Master of Taxation, Computer Science, Data Science, Computer Engineering. We have a great Master in Communication, Master of English. So a lot of different programs that students can choose from. At Weber State, we believe that every single student can be successful, and that's why we give them all the resources that they need to be successful. So there is a lot of support services here at Weber State. I did mention a few. So we have a career service that helps with your job placement. We have, student wellness. We have academic support. We have learning center with tutoring center. We have a first-year experience center. So a lot of different support services for you to become successful. The only thing you need is to show up and use these resources that you will need. I know that going to college, it's also about having fun. And as I previously mentioned, Utah is a beautiful state. There's a lot of things to do here in terms of outdoor recreation, outdoor fun. We have a lot of lakes, a lot of mountain resorts, a lot of hiking. We also have a lot of activities on campus that engage students beyond their classroom. We always have something going on campus. Like every week there are events put on by the Students Association, by the university, by the international office. So you never can have enough options for you to have some fun, release some stress, and be able to kind of focus back on your studies when you're ready to. A lot of clubs and organizations to get involved with. So, a lot of different ways to get involved on campus. In terms of sports, we are NCAA Division I. We have a lot of 16 different sports teams. So we have basketball for both women and men. We have soccer, American football, volleyball, golf, tennis. College sports is a big thing in the United States. And for us, it's a really fun way to kind of experience that American college life. All the students can go to all the sports events for free, and you can bring friends as well. So you can go and support your fellow students. We organize study abroad as well. So as an international student, you can participate in study abroad if you want, and you can take a semester or a short-term course in another country and then transfer that back to Weber State. So in terms of housing, so we have two different type of on-campus housing. One it's a dormitory style, and one it's an apartment style. They are located right in the middle of the campus. And if you decide to live on campus, you can get an additional scholarship just for living on campus in the first year. We also don't make it mandatory for international students to live on campus. So if you want to live outside of the campus, you can also have that choice. There are a lot of apartment complexes around the campus that you can choose to live on if you want to. If you do want to live on campus, there are a lot of events, there are a lot of communities that you can get in living and learning communities that you can get engaged with. A lot of the international students, they become residence assistants in housing. So it's a really good place to kind of get involved and make sure that you have all the resources to be successful. I usually tend to recommend the students, if it's their first time in the United States, to live in housing at least for the first year until they kind of have a routine. As it's much more, you are becoming much more successful if you do, because you are, you're not going to be isolated somewhere in an apartment. You are right there in the middle of the campus. So you'll take advantage of all the resources and all the activities that are happening around you. And these are some of the housing amenities. So let's talk a little bit about scholarships, right? So at Weber State, we offer a direct scholarship. So that means that you don't have to submit an additional application for scholarship. As part of your application for admission, we ask you to submit your academic transcript. If you're coming from Nigeria and you are coming after you complete your high school, we want to see your WCC results. And then based on that, we will able to kind of offer you a scholarship. If you're a graduate student, the same based on your transcript that you submit as part of your application, we will evaluate that. And then when we send you an acceptance letter, we will also let you know the amount of the scholarship that you can qualify for. And these are 4-year scholarships, so they will stay with you until you graduate from your undergraduate degree, or if you're studying a master program, they will stay with you until you complete your master program. There are 4 different types of scholarships, starting at $4,000 and going all the way to up $8,000 per year, which is a $32,000 value for the 4 years. So a really good option. Transfer scholarship. So if you already study in a university in Nigeria and then you want to transfer to Weber State after a year or two, you also have opportunities to qualify for scholarships. So at Weber State, we have currently almost 900 international students from more than 70 countries around the world. We have an international office that is specifically dedicated to help and support international students from everywhere in the world. We are a very welcoming university, very welcoming environment. As I mentioned, there is an African student association. Actually, the president, she was from Nigeria. Her name is Joy. She actually graduated now, so she's working. So there's a lot of way to get to experience American culture, but if you want to stay connected to your African roots and engage with students from other African countries, you can do that as well. You can work on campus for up to 20 hours per week as an international student during the semester and a little bit more in the summer. So how do you apply to Weber State? We require a $65 application fee. We require educational transcripts, a bank account, a copy of your passport, proof of English proficiency, and then you submit all these documents online, updated into your admission portal. So this is a cost breakdown for one academic year. The tuition and fee is just a little bit under $18,000. And then with everything included with room and board, the total estimate is under $30,000. That's for one academic year without the scholarship. And if you get the highest scholarship, your total cost estimate for 1 year, it's going to be around $20,000, which is a great price for a good education that you can get here at Weber State. This is our contact information. Feel free to, take a picture. If you want, you can go on our website, weber.edu, and check out the programs, check out the scholarship information in more details, the requirements for admission. I think I'm right at almost at time. I want to take the time to thank you again. I hope I didn't speak very fast. I tend to do that sometimes, but I wanted to make sure that I give you as much information as possible in these 20 minutes that we have together. And then I'm going to open the floor for any questions that any of you might have.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your really excellent presentation. I think if I was a college student again, you've definitely gotten me excited about the prospect of attending Weber University. And also I've learned the correct pronunciation because I think in the beginning I said Weber, but now I know it's Weber State University. So thank you so much for that. All right, so we have a number of questions in the in the chat. So someone is asking, I think Amy is asking if you have postgraduate programs available. I know you mentioned a little bit in your presentation, but do you have PhD and
Yes,
master's programs available?
yes, we do. So we have 20 different master programs at Weber State, from computer science, computer engineering, business administration, health administration. So you can go online and see the list of all the programs, all the master programs that we offer at Weber State.
Okay. We also have questions about scholarships. So, are there any special applications? Are they automatic? What's the process? I know you've mentioned a bit about that already.
Yeah, sure. So that's a great question. So our academic scholarship are direct application scholarships. So students do not have to submit an additional application for any of the scholarships. When they submit their transcript, as part of the transcript is one of the requirements for the application process. Once we receive the transcript, we take a look at the transcript, we evaluate the grades, we convert them to American style GPA. And then once we issue the acceptance letter for the students will also see the amount of the scholarship that they received right into the letter. And we don't have full ride scholarship, but the highest scholarship can cover half of the tuition cost.
All right, so we have a question from Eberechi Chikeze, who is asking about maybe international students arriving on at the airport for the first time. Do you have any airport pickups or any arrangements to help
Yes, we do.
international
Yes.
students get settled?
Yes, absolutely. We have a lot of support service for international students. So once the student is admitted, then we already engage them in, we have a visa preparation panel, so we can help them get ready for their visa appointment. We have pre-arrival session where we kind of help them understand how they will navigate their, when they arrive in the United States, immigration and all of that. And then we have airport pickup right before the orientation. Actually, our orientation will be next week for the fall semester, and next Monday we'll have airport pickup. So the students will get all the support that they need from the very first time when they are accepted into Weber State.
So we have another question from Iberichi, who is very engaged in this session. I love your questions. So she's saying, outside of the 4-year scholarships, are there any other ways to bring the cost down? So are there work study opportunities that are available on campus, for example?
Yes, a lot of the international students, so they are allowed to work on campus only for up to 20 hours per week during the fall and spring semester. And a lot of our international students are able to find jobs on campus. Sometimes it might be a little bit challenging to find in the first semester, but majority of our students, international students who do want to work on campus, they're able to find jobs on campus. The jobs on campus, they are usually not extremely highly paid, but that can help with some pocket money, for food money, and also help students gain some skills that will help them later on in their job search.
So
and
I know
sometimes, in addition to that, in addition to the scholarship that is guaranteed when students are accepted into the university, students might be able to apply for additional scholarship once they arrive at Weber State. Those are private scholarship. They are not guaranteed. Some of them are more competitive than others, but students can definitely apply for additional scholarships.
All right, so we have a question here from Imisio Lua, who is asking, like, what are there extracurricular activities offered, for example, sports, drama, and arts? Like, what sort of, outside of the classroom, what do students at Weber State typically do? What's the social life like?
Yeah, that's a great question. There are so many things to do. Like sometimes the students have so many options. We do have so we have a College of Arts and Humanities, and we have a theater on campus actually. So we always have like plays, symphony, comedy. We also bring speakers on campus all the time. So students can do that in terms of like arts activities on campus. There are also arts gallery downtown, movie theater downtown Ogden, festivals. So Ogden is a really vibrant community, and we are very university is like 10 minutes from the downtown Ogden, and there is free public transportation. So students with their student ID, they will get free public transportation in all the state of Utah. So they can take a bus, and within 5 minutes they are downtown free, and then can enjoy all the activities that are happening. Plus, there is always a lot of stuff happening on campus.
All right, so we have a question from Farid who is asking, apart from transcripts, what other official documents are needed? So do you need transcript evaluation, or do you do evaluation in-house, or that's not even necessary?
So for undergraduate students, we do not need credential evaluation. They can just submit the results for their examination, from their national examination. For graduate students, all graduate students applying for master or PhD program, they do have to submit a credential evaluation if their bachelor degree has been completed in a academic institution that is outside of the United States. And for undergraduate students who maybe are transferring, they want to transfer some credit for previous university, then that is required as well. But for admission for undergraduate students, credential evaluation is not required.
So for those going for masters and PhD, apart from the scholarships, are there like opportunities for like assistantships or other more
Yes,
or other funding opportunities?
That's a great question. Yeah, so depending on the program and on their academic status, students can participate, can be considered to be participating in graduate assistantship, graduate teaching assistantship, research assistantships. So it kind of depends on the program and also of the individual student.
All right, so I have my own question. I know that Utah might not be traditionally a popular state for, Nigerian students, but I know you mentioned before you started your presentation that you had quite a number of Nigerian students on campus who unfortunately are traveling now during the summer holidays, so couldn't be part of this session. Could you maybe just talk a little bit about what the community is like? Are there any, cultural or African communities nearby? Are there any organizations or clubs for African or Nigerian students on campus?
Yeah, actually, the Utah has a big African festival twice per year that happens in Salt Lake City. There is like a big Nigerian association in Salt Lake City that students can engage with. There are also a few churches that Nigerian students get engaged with. So there are a lot of different organization, I would say, that students get engaged with. At Weber State, we do have an African student association, and it's very active actually on campus. They do a lot of events for students. Obviously, it's not only students from Nigeria, it's students from all over Africa. We have a lot of students from Congo, from Cote d'Ivoire, from Ghana. So we have pretty vibrant community of African students here at Weber State. And within Utah, in the Salt Lake area, there are a lot of different organizations. I know there's two or three African stores as well, where students can go and get items from there, like spices and things that they need to kind of make them a little bit close to home when they have that cultural shock or miss home, like homesickness.
Speaking about homesickness, what other support services do you want to highlight that would be of particular interest to international students at Weber State?
Yeah, so we have a lot of different support services. As I mentioned previously, we believe that we have to meet every student wherever they are and make sure that they can be successful from where they are. So we have a career center, we have a tutoring center, we have a testing center, we have learning support center, we have a mental health center, counseling center that students can access for free. Counseling, we have disability services. So almost anything that students need to be successful, we also have for counseling. For example, we have cultural counselors that can engage with students in their own language. So students can choose to go to counseling if they feel more comfortable, speaking in their own language rather than in English, or connecting with a counselor and that it's part of their culture. So we have a lot of different opportunities for students to really get all the resources that they need to be successful as a student at Weber State, as an international student in the United States.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I think we're kind of out of time, but I just have a, for those people that maybe apart from sending you an email, of course, do you have like any information sessions or any college virtual tours, or how else would you recommend for international students to engage with Weber, to learn more about your institution? Maybe international student ambassadors that maybe they could check out. What other recommendations do you have for people in terms of following up onto today's session?
Yeah, so the best thing I would say, like, go on our website. We do have virtual college campus tour. Once you take one of that, you'll be amazed. You'll be sold on Weber State because we have such a beautiful campus that it's hard not to fall in love with. So we do have, virtual tours. We have college ambassadors as well. We have a campus tour that if you are coming to the United States to visit by any means, we can do that as well. We have information sessions as well. So I personally do information one-on-one or group session with students. When you go to the website, you can see my personal email address there, and then you can schedule an appointment at any time that is convenient for you in there. Anything that you need, we are here to kind of answer your questions. If you need to be connected with other students from Nigeria or from other African countries, just send me an email and I'll be happy to facilitate that connection as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to share all about Weber State University. And also, your passion and love for the school is really evident in your presentation and how you talk about the institution. And I'm sure you've definitely intrigued a lot of people, and they're now curious to learn more about the institution and thinking about if it's a good fit for them as well. So thank you so much for your time, for your presentation. And for those who joined us, please make sure you visit Weber State on their website, visit the International Student Office, and also visit them on their social media handles as well. Social media is a really great way for you to really learn more from the formal information on the website, what the culture and the spirit and the vibe of an institution is. So definitely check them out on their social media pages as well. So thank you for everyone who joined us this afternoon. Thank you, Anna. I know you're just getting started with your day. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And to everyone else, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we hope to see you same time next week.
Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time. I really appreciate it, and I'm here to answer any questions at any time. Thank you again, and good luck finding more information from Weber State. I'm really excited to have you learn more about Weber State.